Abaddon, being beasts born from the bones of an ancient creature that has long lain dead within the Pharos. Of these, the most violent are called bulls, and greatly feared by even their own kin. Thick purple veins stripe its body, constantly oozing a viscous fluid by which action impurities are removed from the creature's blood. The foul discharge serves also as a slippery second skin, deflecting the blades and claws of those who would do it harm. Chimera brain, sorcerers twisted into fell beings by the spiteful magics of rivals. Though full half of their wit dissipated by ensorcelment, they still possess great magical power. Perhaps because of their history, they fear mages greatly and travel in packs for strength. Bune, being the avatar of a demon summoned by ritual. Unlike other demons, to protect is its bounden duty. But that which it protects need not be a person or a place. Some are set to protect the calm of a town or the peace in a city. Scops sing of these curious creations as the gentle hand of evil. Of magic pot. Not a single report of this curious and rare fiend's capture or slaying has ever been circulated. In the past, these creatures were demons of legendary might, foes unto the gods themselves. The gods feared them and their power, and so changed their forms to that of a harmless pot. Though their strength be stolen and their temperament cooled by transformation, they still possess terrible magical powers. Anyone seeking to best one of these beings is advised to approach with caution, and perhaps a show of goodwill too, lest they suspect and strike the first blow, for it might well be the last. Reva, being a giant entity with the power to cross the divide between this world and the spirit world. Its body is highly muscled, requiring massive amounts of energy to sustain movement, as the Reva's voracious appetite for the flesh of other creatures well attests. The horns atop its head are of incredible hardness, able to notch even adamantite. On rare occasions, a Reva of exceptional strength is born, this being a high Reva, and even more to be feared than the more common variety. Crusader, being an undead warrior of some former renown, wearing armor of polished mithril. In life, these fell soldiers belonged to an invading army that massacred many people. It was the hatred of the slain that cursed the warriors, condemning them to an eternal unlife of aimless wandering. Scourged with remorse for their crimes and hatred for those who led the invasion, they ceaselessly roam the world, hoping one day to claim revenge. Aeronite, being a creature of extreme rarity, its body lighter than the air itself, vents upon its back belch heat and steam upward, keeping the creature from floating too high. Should these vents be damaged, it would rise up and be carried away on the winds. Aeronites are revered among many cultures as a symbol of holiness, appearing as a motif in sculpture and murals. Dragon Lich. When it so happens that a dragon lives long enough to forget its own mortality, it becomes a dragon lich. Once zombified, it will never know true death. Unless it is somehow reminded, the creature is doomed to wander for an eternity. This phenomenon is believed to be a product of the dragon's iron will, in combination with its startling vitality. Interestingly, there are recorded cases of dragons being freed from zombification. Whether this be achieved by some secret means or by fatal force, the result is of course the same. Cataract Evis, being a dragon with a carapace of deep sea blue, found living in the Pharos. These creatures spend their infant stage in the Great Cataract surrounding the island upon which the Pharos was built. Their aquatic origin is discernible in the water grooves cut into their scales and the smooth slipperiness of their hides. Though they possess eyes, they cannot see well in the gloom of the Pharos and rely primarily on their acute hearing to detect prey and predator alike. Brain Pan, being statues of ill-favored aspect set inside the great Pharos. It is said they were created in antiquity to protect the magicite that lies sleeping at the very top of the tower, yet the magical power of the stone they were set to guard corrupted them, and they became twisted and evil, attacking all without pause or purpose. Strong magic seethed within these statues, gradually building up before erupting from their mouths in rays of brilliant light. Didar, being a statue of stone set to protect the holy magicite that lies sleeping within the Pharos. Its surface is caked with the dried blood and gore of countless creatures who have died trying to claim the stone for themselves. The statue has been worked with numerous mechanisms for stopping intruders to the Pharos, though such subtleties have long since been lost to a mist-induced madness that now possesses this construct. Purobolos, being a bomb-shaped fiend dwelling within the Pharos. The bones of ancient monstrosities were used in its creation, trapping within it a fearsome volume of magics and mist. Its goal is first and last the defense of the magicite, sleeping at the very top of the Pharos. To this end will it give its life, going out with something of a bang if necessary. Mistmate being a variety of malachant whose plant-like covering has withered and turned a dull blue. It thrives on mist itself, even absorbing hostile magics on occasion, hence requiring no food or other material sustenance. Its dependence on mist and the fearful reports of black mages who saw their finest magics consumed earned it its name. Undine entity. The gods gave water to man to purify and cleanse pollution, and they made the rains fall to purify and cleanse the land. The clean land gave rise to flowers and plants, nurturing man. Yet man continued to pollute himself and his land, trusting ever in the God to cleanse what damage we wrought. So the gods sent down a deluge until the land was sunk in deep waters. It is said this deluge gave rise to the Undine entity.